Episode number 13, The Arena Part 3. Hey everybody, it's Dak here, and welcome back to another episode of The Adventures of Zanonia. Last time we built all of that up there, which this was just an open hole, and we dug the majority of this out. And we made the little bit of decoration on the outside, all of that stone brick. And this episode, we are going to start off by building the entrance, which is going to be right here. And it's going to be a lot of quartz, if you haven't seen already, plus all of this. I have more quartz in the bank, and I'm really hoping I don't need to use it. I didn't really count it out yet, so we're just going to cross our fingers. First off, I need some chiseled quartz. How much am I going to need? I'm trying to think. I'm going to need a lot. So we'll just do all this. And just like last episode, we're going to do a lot of fast forwarding. So I think I'm going to get into that right about now. Alright, so when I get completed making these half slabs, I turn them all into quartz, chiseled quartz, excuse me. I'm gonna admit to you guys, I had to look up how to make chiseled quartz. I tried everything except using half slabs to do it. Not my brightest moment. Then I'm going to build the middle piece of the entrance. It's not in a lot of pieces, but basically the idea is going to be like a wraparound staircase. So not a full spiral staircase, but a large one that like you walk one direction, turn about halfway up and walk the other direction. And this middle piece kind of divides those two sections and gives it a little bit of texture because the rest of it is made from regular quartz blocks and not chiseled quartz, excuse me. So I make this wall and then eventually I have to stagger it at the top for a little detail. I don't just have a giant square wall. And you will see, just like here, I do go to get some food and take a nap to make it daytime a couple times because I don't want to get attacked by creepers and skeletons and whatnot while I'm trying to build this. And I do fall off a couple times, I believe, and I cut as much of that out as I could because I didn't think you guys wanted to sit there and watch me fall for 20 minutes. That'd be kind of boring. So there are a couple cuts here and there where I do fall out. And then do begin to build some of the staircase here by creating some half slabs and using them on every other block just to make a staircase. I liked to use the half slabs and not regular stairs because I was able to make a much larger entryway width-wise so that it was around the width of the arena without making it go too high. So the half slabs worked out perfectly. And I don't go all the way up and complete the staircase now. I just kind of use it to see exactly where I am in the build. And that way I don't mess up too many times and have to just keep redoing things. Alright, so here in a second you're going to see what I mean by not having it just being a straight up and down wall. Once I build these stairs a little bit higher so that I don't have to walk up the entire thing, I begin to kind of, I don't know the term for this, but kind of shorten the wall at each length. And that way it's kind of a little triangle at the top, which is not like a very original design, but it does give a little bit of texture. And if it was just a straight up wall, you wouldn't be able to see as much behind it. So it would block a lot of the arena too. So that is pretty much the biggest reason I did that was decoration. And actually, when you think about it, it also uses less quartz. And mining quartz was already a pain in the you know what. So the less quartz does make a big difference. There are a handful of times in this video where I do fall or I do have to go make more supplies, and I apologize for that. I'm still not so used to, I guess, recording my builds or really counting it out. That's probably the biggest thing is I don't count everything out right away. I just kind of guesstimate, which probably should learn not to do that as much, but you know, I don't think it hurts that much, and because it's fast forward, it's really only like 5 seconds worth of clip. So I kind of hope by now you see what I mean by the idea of a turnaround staircase. Well, the reason I said not a spiral is because I thought that's what it would sound like, a spiral staircase going up to the top. In this clip here, I will finish building the actual stairs part, so I am able to get back up to the spectators area. You'll notice that when I made the little stone brick decorations, I had to get rid of that dirt bridge or staircase we had going up there, and I had no way to get up to the spectators area. I could have just built a little dirt tower, but I didn't really need to get up there that bad, and it did give me a good excuse to make the entrance the next part of the build. As you saw right there, we finally made it into the spectators area. So through this front entrance, the spectators will go up this staircase and get to go watch the fight. And it is not complete though, because I need to count out this part and then make the outside wall. If you notice, the staircase is a little sketchy because you could fall right off the edge if you're not paying attention. So that's what I'm doing here is kind of lots of calculations because I need to make sure I do it right. I have a lot of flat parts, and if I don't actually count what I'm doing, I'm gonna end up just having a really awkward, odd, half-shaped kind of entrance. When I was making it in free build, excuse me, I had to do this like 9 times because I just kept making one side taller than the other or something along those lines. So I do use a lot of half slabs and whole slabs here, similar to the staircase at the pace it will go up. And just like the staircase again, it is going to be a turnaround. So all it basically is an outside wall so that you don't fall off the staircase. Alright, so while you watch this clip, you might notice that I have a little hole under the staircase that's going to end up being enclosed, and there's no light in there. So mobs are able to spawn, and they do end up spawning. And I don't believe it's at the end of this clip, but at the end of one of the clips, you'll even see a creeper blow up, and I have to fix that part of it. And I got shot off by a skeleton a couple times. It turned out to be bad, so I do end up putting a few torches in there just to make sure it stays lit up. And we'll never go in there again, but it is kind of a pain in the butt if a bunch of skeletons and zombies, and especially creepers, just start spawning in there. And even if they can't get to us, if they're just chilling and I hear the noises, or if they maybe cause lag, that would be pretty annoying. So it ends up being a good thing that I put torches in there, and I will show you or tell you when the clips change when I did put torches there, because you might just randomly notice them. I didn't do it on camera. It was right after a creeper exploded. I just decided I was done with it. Went and grabbed a handful of torches and just ran through there with them. So I'm sorry I didn't record it, but I'll show you in a minute where I did. So I am still building this outside staircase, and it took a little longer than I expected, but it also took a little less quartz than I expected. So I am going to have a lot of leftover quartz after this project, and I was going to change my mind on the next large build. It was going to be a castle that is using a lot of expensive blocks. I was going to save that for later because I used so much quartz here I didn't feel like going and getting more quartz for it. I don't know yet though. I might choose something else still, but now it's back on the table, which is pretty nice. So if you were watching there, you did see the creeper blow up, and now you see all the torches in there. So we got that part figured out. And right here, we do end up finishing the staircase. I think I leave the last little bit off camera. And that's basically the entrance. There are some torches we have to place in the front, but torches are an inexpensive item, and it'll only take a couple minutes. So I think that'll be one of the last touches we put on it. And we still have a pretty good amount of time, so now I believe we're gonna move to the area where the warriors get ready, or the gladiators get ready. And first off, I'm gonna have to show you guys the old wheat farm, if you remember it, because we're gonna need everything from that wheat farm. Alright guys, here we are at the wheat farm. And there's the wheat. It is a little laggy down here because there's a lot of hoppers and stuff, and there's been lots of renovations in the bank, and that is what we are working on, is the lag. Excuse me. Here's a bunch of wheat. I did take a lot of the seeds out. I've been pretty lazy with this farm. I haven't really done too much with it. Oh, there is a full thing of wheat in it right now, though. And if I click this button, that door closes. Um, yep, it just harvested all the wheat. Click it a couple more times to make sure it gets it all. Did that door really close when I clicked the button? Yeah, there must be a redstone right next to that door. Alright, that should be good. Now you see that's only one chest of wheat, and that would not be nearly enough for what we need. But, like I said, I was pretty lazy with this farm, and I haven't worked on... Go in here. I have not worked on, look at all this. On making multiple overflow chests. So yes, these hoppers have wheat and seeds in them. So, we are going to empty out all the hoppers of the wheat. I also have some wheat sitting in the trading hall if we need that. And that is what we're going to do right now. I'm not going to actually do that on camera, but I'm going to make some hay bales, and then I'll see you guys over at the arena. Alright guys, so now you see me here finishing the little dig out part with my brand new diamond tools because I accidentally got blown up by a creeper and I lost some stuff. But luckily I didn't lose any hay bales because I have a lot of them on me right now. And you'll see me begin to place them here. This is another one of those kind of boring parts of the build. Very similar to the spectators area when we had to fill in all that dark oak wood. It's just very repetitive and really it's not that exciting when we're done. The idea behind the hay bales though is like in in a movie when you see a gladiator arena and all the fighters are in the bottom in those cages and whatnot. They have like just straw on a stone floor kind of. It's like oh, excuse me, really uncomfortable kind of just place where you can relax when you're about to go fight to the death. So that's really the reason we put hay bales in there is this is the closest I thought that looked like straw. It really is straw, but you know, I couldn't get the like straw spread out with the stone. You kind of see both. I did try putting a few stone here and there, but it really didn't get the effect I wanted at all. So instead, I just decided to make it completely hay bales. So I'm going to build about half of it here, and you see the pattern. I'm just going back and forth, and then every once in a while replacing the torches so that I don't lose too much light at a time. And I'll do about half of it in this clip, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera because once you've seen the first half, you've seen the second half. I do the exact same thing. So once we get done with that, I'll show you the final product. Alright guys, so what you're looking at here is a screenshot of the hay bales all done and complete. I did have some extra hay bales when I was done, so I turned them back into wheat and brought them over to the trading hall to hopefully get some emeralds with them. So this is definitely not the end of this gladiator preparation area, but I think it is the end of this video. We got a lot more done than I thought we would. I thought for sure we were going to stop at just the entrance, and we got all these hay bales done too, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to complete this in the next episode. I think it'll be just too long. So I think next episode we'll get the majority of it done, and then after that we'll have the little touch-up episode, and then Cloud and I will test out the arena and see how everything works. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, drop us a like and a comment. Join the cul-de-sac by clicking that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter at TheEdBoys, and don't forget to check out the Foxcraft website. All links are in the description.